Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster and Community SPCA. We're joined with a special guest once again. So, Becca, I'll let you introduce our friend over here.
Yes, this handsome little kitty here is Scoozy. So he's been in our care for probably a couple months now. But yeah, he just got neutered last week. So he's finally ready to go to his forever home. And as you can see, he's totally adorable. And he's quite the character here. He's got to try and get attention from everybody. Anybody. He gets a little freaked out when the dogs pass him, but I think if he was in a home with a nice dog that was good with him, I think he would do really well. But yeah, he's just a friendly and playful little guy that's just looking for his forever home.
Yeah, he certainly looks lovely. I will say he is a mustache cat. I can see by his colors he's got a little black line there, which is a very rare kind of cat. They don't get better than a mustache cat. So if you've been on the hunt for one, certainly stop in, say hi to Scoozy, take him home. It would be wonderful. Beautiful. Yeah. So Becca, you mentioned before we got on air here that you guys had a bit of an event last week, and I mean event as in you guys had some more kitties dropped off at the SPCA, which is good that they're in a safe environment now, but it obviously means that you guys have again been inundated with more animals that you weren't really expecting. So why don't you just give us the lowdown on that and everything that's going on?
Yeah, so I mean that happened last night, so it happened just shortly after or almost 5:30. So just really by chance the girls were still here, thankfully, because it was quite cold outside. So I mean, obviously, like you said, it's good that they were here, dumped here kind of thing, but and still looking at it, dumping them outside, it was a good thing that we were here, because basically if we weren't, then they would have been outside all night. And one of them even looks like it has frostbite already. So it's just one of those things, we're thankful that they're here at the shelter and safe, but at the same time, we're at max capacity and they're set up in crates right now. So in the office, because we don't have the space for them. So, I mean, that's just why we really, try to, really enforce people to, call and check in, like, as hard as it can be sometimes to hang on to these animals. We are always willing to help you out with some food if you can while you're waiting on our wait list, just to try and make it easier for us and yourself as well.
I was going to say the SPCA is very helpful if, people come into these situations where they have animals that they might not be able to fully take care of. And obviously, like you said, you guys would prefer, a little bit more communication, because it certainly makes caring for the animals easier, even if, like you said, if you're able to, give some food, and maybe that's the hang up and why these people, possibly couldn't take care of these cats. Maybe they really just couldn't afford to feed these animals, in which case, obviously, the SPCA is there to help out in scenarios like that. So, yeah, obviously, if anybody out there can help out with these kitties, you mentioned, Becca, wet and dry food again with kittens. That you guys are going through so much, and you just got a big box of kitties. So I'll just use this time to parlay into that, which was that you guys are looking for wet and dry kitten food right now. So obviously, if anybody out there in the border city is, shopping and sees something on a good sale or a deal, to maybe pick it up and drop it off, or to just drop off a monetary donation, because, I'll let you just kind of say your piece, Becca, but you guys are kind of in need right now for sure.
Yeah, and obviously, like, every time we do a shout out, people are always willing to help. And I just say every time, like, it's a weird time of year. Normally we don't have kittens, but they just keep seeming to come in, and we have mom and kittens in the back as well too. So we're making sure they have tons of food available to them as well. Yeah, like I said, it's just something that wet food that we're really just fly through it all the time, and we're just trying to keep up with our kitties' hunger.
Absolutely. So anybody out there who's listening, add it to the grocery list. Everybody, the cats included, would all appreciate it. And just to close out this segment with a little bit of good news, Becca, you guys have an event, and by the time this is airing, it will be ongoing right now. So give us a quick rundown for anybody who happens to be sitting at home watching the news right now who didn't realize this was going on. So go ahead, Becca, let them know.
Yeah, so we call it our pup crawl. And, we normally have done our kitty events, our cat breweries, but this time we're changing up with some puppies. So we are hanging out at the 4th Meridian here in Lloyd until 9 o'clock tonight. That's when they close. And yeah, we're just really trying to get these puppies some views and maybe some new adoption applications and find them their forever homes.
Yeah, so if you're in the market for a little puppy, if you're looking for something to take home, this is a great time to be able to go out and, play with all the different puppies, see which one kind of, tweaks your interest a little bit. Or, if you just want to go and pet some puppies and no intention of taking them home, you want to buy a beer, make a donation to the SPCA, that is also completely valid and totally appreciated. So, again, just a heads up to everybody, that is from 5 till 9. So, we got about 15 minutes left in the show, maybe finish watching, and after the credits are done rolling, head on over to the 4th Meridian and grab a cold one with the SPCA. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have this week. Becca, is there anything you would like to say before we close the show out?
Yeah, I was just going to say kids are allowed to go as well, too. So if you want to take the kids down for something to do, absolutely bring the kids.
Perfect. There you go. So the whole family is welcome. You can go and pet some puppies with your kids. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this week, Becca, and Scoozy as well for taking time to say hi. So if anybody out there is interested, certainly stop in and say hi to Scoozy. But once again, that's all the time we have for today. So thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.